Good morning, Western Slope. Happy Monday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather. Folks, it's going to be a lovely start to the week here across western Colorado as temperatures slightly elevated above average and nice dry conditions, at least for right now. We're still waiting on that sun to rise on America's Mattress Live Tower Cam, but slowly starting to see those mountains get illuminated behind me. It's going to be a lovely time to be sure. We've got a beautiful start to the week. However, some change is on the way with some possible showers pushing in as early as Thursday night going into Friday. Overnight lows also expected to slightly warm up over the course of the week itself, and that has been a very interesting one to be observing as well. Right now, we're waking up to 38 degrees in Grand Junction. Montrose and Delta, the only one in our forecasting range below freezing at this point in time. Meanwhile, Glade Park, Nucla, and Paonia all seeing mid-30s to kick off this lovely week here across the western slope. For that classroom forecast, that first bell's ringing to 36 degrees. Mostly sunny skies. As we head throughout the day, though, we're going to start to see that partly cloudy conditions really start to build up across the region. After school activities seeing 62 degrees. That's going to be roughly the high for the day, and that's going to be a pretty consistent one throughout the afternoon. We're expected to see those 60s around 1 p.m. and then push through for the rest of the afternoon. Like I mentioned, that cloud coverage going to start to pick up a little bit, but for the most part, it's going to be relatively clear and sunny for the day. The morning starting off around that freezing range and then really starting to warm up around that 8-9 o'clock hour, and then continue on for the rest of the day. For that Cozy Cat forecast, we got Ivy hanging out with us this week, and it's going to be a beautiful one to stay inside and hang out with your cat if you can, because mostly clear conditions kicking off the day below freezing as well for 7 a.m. and then slowly starting to warm up from there. Mid-40s at 9 o'clock, and then around that 11 o'clock to noon hour, that's well we'll see those mid-50s. A little bit of a breeze as well for the morning hours, 10 miles an hour, slowly starting to die down over the course of the day, and then by the time we're getting into the afternoon, well, things are shaping up to be dandy for the region. Speaking of those wind gusts, they're typically peaking around this time in the morning. So getting up to about those mid-teens for the wind speeds and then really starting to nosedive by the time the afternoon is rolling around. That's kind of what we're expecting for Grand Junction. That's what we've been seeing, and that's probably what we'll continue to see. Just a little bit of elevated wind speeds for the morning. Now, this is what I was talking about. Temperatures for the highs pretty consistent over the next couple of days, but the lows, well, between today and Thursday going into Friday, we're seeing those overnight lows increase by 10 degrees, which is pretty significant. And then we're seeing some of that potential for rainfall really start to push in, and that is what's going to be cooling us down. By the time we're getting into Thursday night, going into Friday, seeing a pretty significant push of moisture coming into the region in the form of both rain and snow. So the western slope could be seeing a lot of snowfall in the central mountains as well as those San Juan regions pushing in as we head from Thursday night going into Friday, but just as quickly as it arrives, folks, we're expected to see it dissipate. So while we could be seeing maybe a couple of areas in the higher elevations, see some trace amounts of rainfall for Saturday, most of Grand Junction and really the western slope as a whole going to be kind of seeing this dissipate from the region, and then we're off to the races from there, folks. It's going to be a beautiful time to be sure around the area. A lot of it going to be concentrated in the higher elevations, but we're expected to see a fair amount of that kind of make its way into the valley over the course of the next 5 days. As we look ahead at that Discovery Auto Group 7-day forecast, low 60s expected for the region, partly cloudy skies, and Veterans Day tomorrow going to be beautiful, mid-60s expected, overnight lows between now and then, just a couple of degrees above freezing, but it is above freezing. Montrose, slightly cooler, low 60s expected for a majority of the week, and then those showers push temperatures into the 50s and eventually the 40s for next weekend. So let's enjoy these warmer temperatures because overnight lows, they keep getting warmer. Those highs, they stay the same.